Yeah. Northern District, Florida. Bankruptcy court. Case 25, 1073. They tryna shut me down, but I'm back for more. Second time around, she still acting a fool. Jeremy Hale's in the building, motion coming through. She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Got faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court report a check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Dead or net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. April 28th notice, May 27th the date. She filed emergency motion 2 days too late. Medical procedure planned months in advance, but waited till the last minute doing the courtroom dance. Court said inexcusable, poor plan and delay. Sanctions awarded and paid by July 9th, no play. First people canceled, protective order denied. Now we back at it, July 7th, 8:30 ride. 8:30 a.m. Jerome Ramsaran in the seat, trying to control his client, but she wildin' on beat. I asked a question, she jumping in mid-flow, won't let me finish, stealing the whole show. Free breaks off record, attorney begging please stop. On record he warning her, she's still going non-stop. Interrupting, wanting, tearing, frustrating the exam. 2 hours 30, I had to say goddamn. She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Have faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court report a check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Dead in the net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. Rules by the deal, you impeding the fair exam. 30 days suspension, yes ma'am. Bad faith conduct, willful and deliberate. Ignored your own lawyer, now you gotta pay for it. 37 motion to compel, cost shifting time. Attorney fees, transcript, every wasted dime. This ain't the first rodeo, state court saw it too. Patent of obstruction, we coming for you. Court already warned you once, gave you the rope, you hung yourself twice. Now we tighten the scope, direct the reclaim and let the question finish. Answer was asked, no extra nonsense. Further sanctions possible, monetary preclusion, contempt. Keep playing games, watch your case get bent. Yeah. Compel the resumption under proper conditions. Or fake or judicial decisions. Randall, Shoshay, and Levine dropping this motion. July's hand filed, no more emotion. Data better show up, sit down, shut up and speak. Or the next deposition gon' be in front of the judge for weeks. Wherefore, we request the court to grant all the relief above. Now drop the beat and slam.
Whoops, I was muted. Sorry. I forgot to hit the button. I forgot I hit it. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. I totally forgot I hit the mute button while the song was playing. Welcome in. This is great numbers. I'm seeing 21 people here. Awesome. I will pull the document up here shortly. We got the Randy document for the depo. Not anymore. I'm not muted now. Let me check. All right. We're not muted. You guys should be able to hear me. You guys should be able to hear me. If you're probably behind a little bit. Let's see. Test. Awesome. Welcome in, everyone. I see some new people here today. We've got Fran. Welcome in. Welcome. We got Rick today. We've got Tony. We got Dawn. Hey, Dawn, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a lot. You haven't been here in a little while. We've got David here. I got the Randy document. Let people get here and talk and that before I pull it up. Because I will continue. I will do this live until right before Tug goes live tonight. And you guys will be redirected over to Tug after everything's done. It will automatically send you over to Tug. Oh, that's all right, friend. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to see you in chat. Oh, Dawn, you're not supposed to be sleeping. Ooh. I haven't seen you in over a week, Dawn. Ooh, that's not good, Sharon. Get better. Keep Sharon in your prayers, everyone, and Dawn. Steve, hey, welcome in. No, she did more than that. She walked out of the deposition. Literally walked out. If you guys are members of Jeremy was live today on second and third tier memberships talking about it. He was live with Megan and Tug earlier today, members only. And for ones that don't know, oh, why is that not flashing across my screen? Okay, there we go. Ones that don't know, I am still trying to raise money to get a window air conditioner. Only $37 out of $550 have been raised. Oh yeah, she's more than in deep doo doo. She is done for. Well, we'll give it another 5 minutes and then I'll pull the document up. It's only a 19-page document. Sharon, the way I'm hearing and understanding, something is going to be done, and it's not going to be what Lynette wants. Especially because the fleas were posting about things during the deposition. The judge already has the stuff that the fleas posted and LP. We don't know yet, Rick, but it's possible. It's possible a bench warrant could be going out. We don't know. Everything just happened today, so it might take a day or two to know what's actually going to happen. Rick, it's going to be more than sanctions this time. I can't say what all Jeremy said in his members only live. I can't talk about that whatsoever because I'll get in trouble and lose my membership. And I'm not going to risk my Jeremy membership. We got 45 people here. Hey, everyone, welcome in. This is great views. This is the type of views I've been wanting for a little while. The ones that don't know, I am trying to raise money for a window AC because my window AC is broken and not cooling my apartment during this heat wave. And I will admit that I do have the fundraiser a little higher than needed. It's going to probably be more like $500, but I wanted to have a buffer of extra money just in case. We don't know yet, Sharon. Don't know about that. Sounds like some stuff's going to be happening really fast, though. No. And LP saying her kid has this other disease now? That's got to be a lie. A kid can't just get that disease like that. So, it's going to be interesting to see what all happens. Very interesting. Like everyone's been saying, this week, starting this week, and the next couple weeks are going to be crazy. It's just going to keep getting crazier and crazier. Which is good. More content. I'm going to go ahead and play the song for everyone one more time before I pull up the document. And then we will start on the document.
Yeah.
Hey, Judy.
Northern District, Florida. Bankruptcy
Thank
court.
you.
Case 25 1073. They trying to shut me down, but I'm back for more. Second time around, she still acting a fool. Jeremy Hale's in the building. Motion coming
You haven't missed anything.
She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Yeah, faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees. court reporter check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Daddy Lynette better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. April 28th notice, May 27th the date. She filed emergency motion 2 days too late. Medical procedure planned months in advance, but waited till the last minute doing the courtroom dance. Court said inexcusable, poor plan and delay. Sanctions awarded and paid by July 9th, no play. First people canceled, protective order denied. Now we back at it, July 7th, 8:30 ride. 8:30 a.m. Jerome Ramsaran in the seat, trying to control his client, but she wildin' on beat. I asked a question, she jumping in mid-flow, won't let me finish, stealing the whole show. Free breaks off record, attorney begging please stop. On record he warning her, she's still going non-stop. Interrupting, wanting, tearing, frustrating the exam. 2 hours 30, I had to say goddamn. She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Have faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compelled in resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court reporter check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Daddy Lynette better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. Rules by the do, you impeding the fair exam. 30A suspension, yes ma'am. Bad faith conduct, willful and deliberate. Ignored your own lawyer, now you gotta pay for it. 37 motion to compel, cost shifting time. Attorney fees, transcript, every wasted dime. This ain't the first rodeo, state court saw it too. Patent of obstruction, we coming for you. Court already warned you once, gave you the rope, you hung yourself twice. Now we tighten the scope, direct him and let the question finish. Answer was asked, no extra nonsense. Further sanctions possible, monetary preclusion, contempt. Keep playing games, watch your case get bent. But yeah, compel the resumption under proper conditions. Or Figueroa, or judicial decisions. Randall Shoshay and Levine dropping this motion. July 7th filed, no more emotion. Dare to better show up, sit down, shut up and speak. Or next deposition, gon' be in front of the judge for weeks. Wherefore, we request the court to grant all the relief above. Now drop the beat and slam.
Hang on one sec, Rick. Let me get this document pulled up here and close this song out. Let's do this. Cash App. Whoops. There we go. All right. This is Randy's document after LP walked out of her deposition. Literally. She didn't actually walk out. She ran out of the deposition. I'm thinking her attorney is probably going to leave. That's what she did. She ran. And I don't have anyone to help me read, so bear with me. Let me get a drink, though. I can't say some things that were said in a video in Jeremy's Members Live. I cannot. But there's some things that were said, if you remember. Motion to compel resumption of deposition. And 4, sanctions. And if I misspell words, please understand I'm not the best. Well, missay words that are spelled. I'm not the best at speaking big words. So please understand. I'll try my best. He might, Buns. He might. Creditor, I'm going to say J8s and just initials of people to help speed up the reading a little bit and just to protect people. Creditor JH, by and through undersigned counsel, respectfully moves this court pursuant to Federal Rule of Bankruptcy Procedure. And the rule number incorporating Federal Rule of Civil Procedure. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure. And all these numbers. I'll leave it up on the screen so you guys, if you want to look at those numbers, look them up, you can. For an order, 1, compelling the resumption of the deposition of debitor LP under proper conditions. 2, imposing cost shifting sanctions requiring the debitor to pay the creditor's reasonable attorney fees. Court reporter appearance fees and time spent drafting this motion. And 3, imposing further sanctions, as this is the second deposition that has failed to proceed in completion due to the debitor's disruptive conduct. In support of this motion, the creditor states as follows. The creditor is Jeremy, of course. Introduction. This is the second time debitor has failed to complete a deposition due to her own disruptive conduct on July 7th of this year. The debitor's deposition, which LP, was reset and commenced at 8:30 a.m. It was supposed to start right at 8:30 a.m. Despite the good faith efforts of her own counsel to control her behavior, the debitor repeatedly interrupted the undersigned while questions were being asked, refused to allow questions to be completed before answering, and thereby impeded, delayed, and frustrated the fair examination of the deponent in violation of Federal Rule Civil Procedure. If anyone knows what Federal Civil Procedure Rule 30D2 is, don't be afraid to say in chat, because I'm not sure what that is. Just a brief description will work. 3 breaks were taken off the record so that debitor's counsel, Saran Wrap, could attempt to correct his client. Yes, so 3 different times Saran Wrap had to try to correct LP and fix things. Client's conduct. Oh, I forgot to say conduct, sorry. The record, so... Wait, where? Yeah. And on the record, the debitor own attorney repeatedly instructed and reminded the debitor to stop interrupting and allow questions to be completed before answering. Hang on 1 second. Thank you for so much. The person that sent that to Cash App, thank you. I will not say names to protect you guys. Okay. Where was that? Okay, I know where I'm at. The debitor bypassed her own attorney's instructions. She ignored her attorney. No, Stevie. This was written up after the deposition. Right after the deposition, this was written up. Oh, Tony. I wish she could be Baker acted. But it might happen. We don't know. Yeah, Stevie, it's hard to control her. Hey, screenshot this. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing? Screenshot this. Okay. The debitor bypassed her own attorney's instructions and continued the disruptive behavior. At 11 a.m., the undersigned suspended the deposition pursuant to Federal Civil Rule Procedure in 30D3A on the grounds that the deposition was being conducted in bad faith. The court has already granted creditor Jeremy J.H. entitlement to sanctions against LP for her untimely and unjustified motion for a protective order that caused the prior deposition to be aborted. The pattern of obstruction requires judicial intervention to ensure compliance with discovery obligations and to compensate the creditor for the repeated waste of time and resources. LP wasting Randy's time, Jeremy's time, the court's time. That we don't know, Sharon. We don't know. A transcript of July 7th deposition is being prepared and will be provided to the court as soon as it becomes available. The transcript will demonstrate the repeated interruptions and an inability of opposing counsel to control his own client and justification for suspension under rule. Wait a sec. Would this mean they're going to try to remove Saran Wrap then? Since he can't control her? Am I thinking about that right? Screenshot this. And they're going to try to remove some Saran Wrap since he couldn't control her? That might be. I'm not sure about that one. But that's interesting. Suspension. Ooh, and it's getting good. Thank you so much, whoever donated towards me getting a new air conditioner. Thank you. I will update the total after the live, or after I get done reading a little bit more. This is 19 pages. I'm hoping to get through it all. Statement of facts. Procedural backgrounds and prior discovery abuse. On April 28th, the creditor properly noticed the debitor's deposition. Creditor Jeremy, debitor LP, to take place on May 27th at 8 a.m. at the Levy Courthouse in Bronson. It kind of sounds Scottish almost. So I like to throw a little accent in every now and then just for the fun of it. Florida on May 25th, only 2 days before the scheduled deposition. The debtor filed an emergency motion for protective orders seeking to postpone or cancel the deposition. In paragraph 6 of the motion, the debitor admitted that the medical procedure creating the alleged scheduling conflict was arranged months in advance, which was a lie. The debtor failed to appear at the scheduled deposition on May 27th. CV, that's funny. This court denied the debitor's emergency motion for protective order and found that the motion was untimely, not substantially justified, and demonstrated a lack of diligence, which is all true. The court found that debitor had months of advance knowledge of the scheduling conflict, yet waited until 2 days before the deposition to seek relief, which was inexcusable and the product of delay prior planning. The court further found that debitor's conduct cannot be considered substantially justified under the rule. Okay, thank you. Is it okay to just say Val or Velasa? The court awarded entitlement to attorney's fees costs to Jeremy under federal rules civil procedure and ordered LP to appear in person for a deposition on or before July 9th, which today's the 7th. So it was done early and in time. The court found that sanctions serve important purpose, including deterring similar conduct by other parties, penalizing the offending party for disagreeing discovery obligations, and vindicting the integrity of discovery process. Hey, Liz. Good to see you. I'll make this a little bit bigger for you guys. Take a breather for a sec so I can. 1 sec. I'm gonna mute for just a sec, guys. Sorry, I had to clear my throat. This heat and this humid weather is breaking everything up in my lungs. Hey, Lean. Welcome in, welcome in. The ones that are new here, welcome in. This live stream, these streams get funner and funner. The more in chat talking, the more we can talk and enjoy ourselves. This is a positive channel, friendly chat. Any negative stuff will be removed. Hey, Shirley. Oh, that's not good. The July 7th, 2000, this year, deposition, which was today, and disruptive conduct in compliance with the court order, the parties agreed to reset the debitor's deposition for July 7th, today. The deposition commenced at 8:30 this morning. The debitor's counsel, Jerome Saranrap, appeared and represented the debitor, which from my knowledge, he did show up. From the outset of the deposition, the debitor refused to stop interrupting the undersigned while questions were being asked. So she kept interrupting Randy. Hey, Jim, welcome in. More and more people here. This is awesome. This is how I like to see my lives. The debitor refused to stop interrupting the undersigned while questions were being asked. The debitor repeatedly interrupted the questioner and did not allow questions to be completed before she started answering. This is the same disruptive behavior the debitor engaged in during a prior deposition, talking about the original case in Levy County. That deposition. With the undersigned in a state court matter, demonstrating a pattern of obstruction. Landy's laying it down hard. Shirley, they didn't have a chance to. She ran out before anything could happen. Breaks were taken off the record so that debitor's attorney could attempt to control his client's conduct. Saranrap tried to control her, but couldn't. In addition, on the record, the debitor's attorney repeatedly reminded and instructed the debitor stop interrupting and allow questions to be completed before answering. Despite these repeated instructions from her own counsel, the debitor bypassed her attorney's directions and continued to interrupt the undersigned. The debitor's conduct made it impossible to conduct a fair examination. The constant interruptions prevented the undersigned from completing questions, establishing a clear record, and obtaining and oh, responsive answers. Okay, the disruption was deliberate, present, and in defiance of both an undersigned request and the debitor's own attorney's instructions. I'm going to take a break from reading just for 1 sec. I want to do one thing real quick here. I just got to catch my breath for a minute. All right, there we go. All right. Real U guard, welcome in, and we don't know if she will be arrested, but it most likely possibly will. If they issue a bench warrant, it will be a U.S. Marshal going. Hey, Rick, you have to get going. Take care, Rick. I'll see you in Tugs Live here in a while. I'm okay, Liz. It's just hot. That's why I have to take a break every now and then, catch my breath. Just the heat is not helping anything. Suspension of the deposition under the rule, at 11 a.m. after 2.5 hours of repeated interruptions and obstruction, the undersigned moved to suspend the deposition pursuant to the federal rule on the grounds that the deposition was being conducted in bad faith. See, they didn't actually fully stop the deposition. Provides that anytime during a deposition, a party may move to terminate or limit it on ground that it is being conducted in bad faith or in a manner unreasonably annoys, embarrasses, or oppresses the deponent or party, and that the objecting party so demands, the deposition must be suspended for timely necessary to obtain a court order. They should have, June, but she ran before they could do anything. The undersigned demanded suspension of the deposition. They suspended, which put it on hold. They put the deposition on hold to rule. The rule especially requires that upon search demand, the deposition must be suspended, put on hold, for the time necessary to obtain a court order. They put it on hold to contact the judge, is what it's saying. The deposition was accordingly suspended at approximately 11 a.m. The transcript of deposition is being prepared and will be provided to the court as soon as it becomes available. The transcript will demonstrate the justification of suspension and the need for sanctions. Legal standards, federal bankruptcy rule. Okay, that's a rule. Federal bankruptcy rule procedure provides that federal rule of that's just a bunch of rules. I'm going to skip that part. Federal Rule Civil Procedure 30D2 provides that the court may impose an appropriate sanction, including the reasonable expenses and attorney fees incurred by any party on a person who impedes Sorry, I had a text message pop up. Medicine I have to go pick up. I'll deal with that tomorrow. All right. Okay, where attorney fees are incurred by any party on a person who impedes, delays, or frustrates the fair examination of a deponent. The rule is designed to ensure that depositions proceed in orderly manner, and that obstructed conduct is deterred and punished. Exactly, Steve. There's no way she's getting out of it this time. She's done screwed. I'm going to say it in the nice way. Screwed the pooch too many times. If you know what I mean. Okay, this is another good one. Rule 330D 3A permits suspension and requires a court order to resume, which put it on hold till the court order. Federal Rules of Civil Procedure provides that any time during a deposition, the deponent or any party may move to terminate or limit it on the ground that it is being conducted in bad faith or in a manner that unreasonably annoys, embarrasses, or oppresses deponent or party. If the objecting deponent or party so demands, the deposition must be suspended for time necessary to obtain an order. The court may order that the deposition be terminated or may limit its scope and manner. If terminated, the deposition may be resumed. If terminated, the deposition may be resumed only by order of the court. She annoys everybody. Okay, that's just more of the rules. It kind of explained when we were reading, though. Here we go. Arguments. This will be a good section. I do want to kind of speed through because it's only 7:20, but I'm Eastern time, so we got basically an hour till Tug's live. Argument. The court should compel resumption of the deposition under proper conditions because the suspension was justified under the rule. The deposition was being conducted in bad faith by the debitor, Lynette LP. Dever, I think you're a little bit wrong. Something is happening, and it's going to happen soon. Bankruptcy court isn't playing games. They are really upset. Hey, Anthony. Oh, wow, New Zealand. That's pretty far. The undersigned parties suspended the deposition under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure on the grounds that the deposition was being conducted in bad faith. The rule permits a party to move to terminate or limit deposition on the ground that it is being conducted in bad faith or in a manner that, okay, and always, same thing I just read, okay. The debitor repeated interruptions, refusal to allow questions to be completed, and deliberate obstruction of the examination can constitute bad faith. The debitor engaged in a pattern of disruptive conduct that presided dispute of the record breaks repeated on the record instructions and repeated on the record instructions. That sentence almost doesn't sound right. From our own attorney. She ignored her attorney. The debitor's conduct was willful, deliberate, and designed to prevent the undersigned from obtaining complete responsive answers. Exactly, Paula, welcome in. Exactly, you're correct. Bankruptcy court is going to do something, and it's going to happen real soon. The court's already granting Jeremy money for her missing the first deposition. The court has already approved it. She is going to have to pay for missing that first deposition. The debitor's own counsel recognized the impropriety of the conduct and made good faith efforts to correct it. The fact that debitor's attorney repeatedly instructed his client to stop interrupting demonstrates that the conduct was objectively inappropriate and disruptive. And I wonder who told her to disrupt and keep interrupting. My guess is please, deuce, a certain retired lawyer. We already know LP is losing everything in bankruptcy case. She's going to lose everything, the land and everything. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. Sorry. The debitor's refusal to comply with her own attorney's instructions demonstrates bad faith and deliberate intent to obstruct the deposition. Hey, Shauna. Oh, wow, 100. We have 129 people here. Thank you, everyone, for coming in today. This is the biggest crowd I've had yet. What page are we on? 9? The deposition may resume only by court order. Okay, that's just saying how they will restart the deposition. Okay, this is one that. Upon the undersigned's demand, the deposition was properly suspended pursuant to the rule. The court should enter an order permitting the deposition to resume under conditions. Those conditions should include, that's if the court decides to restart the deposition, the judge, a clear directive to LP that she must allow each question to be completed in its entirety before beginning to answer, which we know she won't do that. A directive that the debitor must respond to questions asked and not volunteer information beyond the scope of the questions. She won't do that. A directive that the debitor must comply with all instructions from her counsel regarding proper deposition conduct. A warning that any further disruptive conduct will result in immediate termination of the deposition, and further sanctions, including potential contempt proceedings. Right here. Boom. He's got it in there for contempt court. The court's priority order already found that debitor disagreed discovery obligations and sanctions were served to serve the purpose of deterring similar conduct and vindicting the integrity of the discovery process, and order compelling resumption with specific conduct requirements is necessary to ensure the deposition can proceed to completion. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to play the song again, and I'm going to stretch just for a minute and give my break just a minute rest. In the song, I will let you guys know, I actually took the whole document, uploaded the whole document into Grok on Twitter, and asked Grok to write me the lyrics for the song, based off of this whole document. I will be right back.
Yeah. Northern District, Florida. Bankruptcy court. Case 25, 1073, they tryna shut me down, but I'm back for more. Second time around, she still acting a fool. Jeremy Hale's in the building, motion coming through. She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Yeah, faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court reporter check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Deadly net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. April 28th notice, May 27th the date. She filed emergency motion 2 days too late. Medical procedure planned months in advance, but waited till the last minute doing the courtroom dance. Court said inexcusable, poor plan and delay. Sanctions awarded and paid by July 9th, no play. First people canceled, protective order denied. Now we back at it, July 7th, 8:30 ride. 8:30 a.m. Jerome Ramsaran in the seat, trying to control his client, but she wildin' on beat. I asked a question, she jumping in mid-flow, won't let me finish, stealing the whole show. Free breaks off, record attorney begging please stop. On record he warning her, she's still going non-stop. Interrupting, wanting, tearing, frustrating the exam. 2 hours 30, I had to say goddamn. She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Yeah, faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court reporter check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Deadly net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. Rules by the doom, you impeding the fair exam. 30A suspension, yes ma'am. Bad faith conduct, willful and deliberate. Ignored your own lawyer, now you gotta pay for it. 37 motion to compel, cost shifting time. Attorney fees, transcript, every wasted dime. This ain't the first rodeo, state court saw it too. Patent of obstruction, we coming for you. Court already warned you once, gave you the rope, you hung yourself twice. Now we tighten the scope, direct the reclaiming, let the question finish. Answer was asked, no extra nonsense. Further sanctions possible, monetary preclusion, contempt. Keep playing games, watch your case get bent. But yeah. Compel the resumption under proper conditions. Or figure or judicial decisions. Randall, Shoshay, and Levine dropping this motion. July 7th filed, no more emotion. Data better show up, sit down, shut up and speak. Or next the position gon' be in front of the judge for weeks. Wherefore, we request the court to grant all the relief above. Now drop the beat and slam.
All right. Thank you for letting me take a quick break. Let this get caught back up here. And by the way, before I forget, do not contact anyone related to this story. Do not call CPS. Do not call anybody related. Let Jeremy handle everything. Also, this is publicly obtained court information off a public court document for public discrimination and talk about. Public information. Yeah, Paula, she's going down. B, this court should impose sanctions under Rule 30. D, the rule number, because the debitor impeded, delayed, and frustrated the fair examination of the deponent. That means LP. The debitor's conduct fails squirrely. Oh, he used the word squirrely again. I love this, Randy. I love this right here. Best word you've used so far. The word squirrely. Within rule. Federal Rule of Civil Procedure, the rule number, authorities to count, authorize the court to impose an appropriate sanction. So I try to every now and then. I try not to, but my mind wants to add words to things that's typed. I'm trying not to, including the reasonable expenses of attorney's fees incurred by any party on a person who impedes, delays, or frustrates the fair examination of a deponent. The debitor's conduct is textbook example of conduct that impedes, delays, and frustrates fair examination. Surely, probably. Awesome, real. Thank you. Yeah, it's just AI from this document. Nothing special. Indiana University, I think that's in Indianapolis, I think. I'm down south, Indiana. But I'm not going to say a town just to protect myself. Guys, give me one sec. I need to turn a fan blowing on me. I'm getting ready to start sweating. Give me one sec. There we go. Sorry about that. I just had to turn the fan. The debitor rapidly interrupted the undersigned while questions were being asked. She did. Preventing the questions from being completed. The conduct impeded the examination by making it impossible for undersigned to ask complete, coherent questions and obtain responsive answers. The constant interruptions delayed the examination, consuming 2.5 hours. So, LP wasted 2.5 hours of the time without completing the deposition. And the debitor's refusal to comply with her own attorney's instructions frustrated the fair examination by demonstrating that the debitor had no intention of participating in good faith. The rule does not require obstructive conduct to be conduct. I think Randy forgot to put a to be. The word to be directed by counsel or counsel participate in obstruction. The rule applies to any person who impedes, delays, or frustrates the fair examination. The debitor is the person who whose conduct violated the rule, and debitor should bear the consequences. Surely I've tried that before. It doesn't work and makes too much of a mess. and I don't have a big freezer. Opposing counsel, good faith. Number 2. Opposing counsel, good faith efforts do not excuse the debitor's conduct. The debitor's attorney making good faith efforts to control his client's conduct. Counsel took three off the record breaks to speak with debitor and repeatedly instructed the debitor on the record to stop interrupting. The creditor acknowledges these good faith efforts and does not seek sanctions against opposing counsel. So Randy doesn't want sanctions against Saran Wrap because Saran Wrap tried everything to stop her. However, the fact opposing counsel attempted to correct the debitor's conduct does not excuse the debitor's behavior or eliminate the need for sanctions. To the contrary, the fact that debitor ignored her own attorney's repeated instructions demonstrates the deliberate and willful nature of the obstruction. A witness cannot rapidly disrupt the proceedings and then avoid sanctions simply because her attorney tried unsuccessfully to stop the deposition. The court's prior order in the case recognized that discovery obligations are imposed on the parties themselves, not merely on their counsel. The court found that the debitor's failure to notify the creditor of a scheduling conflict on her last-minute motion for protective order was inexcusable, even though the debitor was represented by her counsel. Similarly, the debitor's disrupted conduct at the deposition is sanctionable even through her counsel, even though her counsel attempted to correct it. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details why they don't provide window ACs. It upsets me. They used to sell them to people, but not anymore. I have no clue, Shauna. It's probably already been that's something probably told other ways than through emotion. Holy wow, we're starting to run out of time. Only like 30 minutes still Tugs live. Would you guys care if I scroll down to like the very bottom? The conclusion? Because we only got about 30 minutes left. I'll let you guys let me know. This is a good part. This right here is a good part. I'm gonna skip this part right here, this paragraph, but this is one thing Jeremy's what they're requesting: attorney's fees for the 2.5 hours spent at the aborted deposition. Hey, Dina. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you. More subs, the better. I'm kind of skipping some stuff, guys, because we are starting to run out of time. Attorney's fees for preparing the deposition. Attorney's fees for... Okay, whoops. I was going to read that a second time. Court reporter appearance fees for the deposition today. Yeah, Jeremy and Randy had to pay the court reporter to do this. The court reporter's fees for the transcript and for the transcript of the aborted deposition. Attorney's fees for the time spent drafting this motion and supporting materials. Attorney's fees for any hearing on this motion. This is all stuff LP might end up having to pay, depending on what the judge says. Yeah, there's Cash App. I can type it. I'm just... Oops. Where is the money sign? There it is. I'm working on getting monetized. It's possibly by the end of this month I might be monetized. I do also have Rumble. And I'm able to receive donations on Rumble and tips on Rumble. Give me 1 sec. I'll post the Rumble link. Where did it go? There it is. The link I'll post for Rumble will take you right to this live stream. There we go. Copy. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. I think it's going to happen this time. With how I changed a lot of stuff. That link is the Rumble link, and donations are already able to be taken on Rumble, but I can't cash out till I hit $50, and it's only at $30 right now. All right, let me pull the document back up. There we go. The creditor will submit an affirmative Alpha David. Is that Alpha David? Should that T be a D? Of attorney's fees and cost, detailing these expenses, which with particularity, the court should order the debtor to pay all reasonable expenses incurred and result of her obstructive conduct. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, I try my best to get all the documents I can. But I do have to be careful because I'm only a limited amount I can spend a month on this stuff. So I only can... A month I prepay $60 onto the site I use. And that gets me about 11 or 12 documents. Okay, they must have had a typo. That happens. The second deposition this is the second deposition that has failed to produce due to debitor's conduct. Okay, I think we've already went over this part. Oh no, this is a good part. This is something different. This is not the first time debitor has obstructed a deposition. The debitor engaged in the same disruptive behavior during a prior deposition with the undersigned in a state court matter. This is talking about the original Levy County case with Judge DeBias, is what this is talking about. I'm going to take a drink real quick. The debitor's pattern of obstruction demonstrates that she has no intention on complying with her discovery obligations. Absent the threat of substantial sanctions. Moreover, this is the second deposition that in this advisory proceeding that has failed to produce completion due to debitor's conduct. The first deposition was aborted because debitor failed to appear after filing untimely. Okay, that we already know that part. About the first one, she missed it, and the court has already sanctioned. Here we go, right here. Something the court has already done. They have already sanctioned LP for missing the last deposition, which she has failed to pay. For the misconduct. Now, the second deposition has been suspended due to debitor's deliberate disruption of the examination. The pattern of instructions requires escalating sanctions to ensure compliance of the court's prior attorney's fee. Prior and award attorney's fees cost waives was insufficient to deter the debitor's misconduct. Additional and more substantial sanctions are necessary to compel the debitor to comply with her discovery obligations and to compensate the creditor for the repeated waste of time and resources. You don't have to, don't, Paula. I never make anyone help. I understand you can't. I'm on low income too, so don't feel bad. What time is it? Ooh, we're getting low on time, guys. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to where the conclusion. There we go. I think this is it. What page is this? Hang on. Yeah, here we go. This is where I want to be, right here. Because we are getting low on time, and I want to just be able to have chat with everyone before. Wherefore, creditor Jeremy Hales respects a request that this court enter an order compelling the resumption of the deposition of debitor LP under proper conditions, including specific directives regarding the debitor's conduct and a warning that any further disruptive behavior will result in immediate termination and further sanctions. Impose cost-shifting sanctions for federal rule, civil procedure, requiring the debitor to pay creditors' reasonable attorney fees, and court reporter appearance fees, and all other reasonable expenses incurred as a result of the aborted deposition from today, and the time spent drafting the motion. This is all what what they're requesting since LP did this. Come on, buddy, let me talk. Impose further sanctions to deter further misconduct and vindicate the integrity of the discovery process, including but not limited to monetary penalties, evidentiary purpose, I cannot say this word, I'm sorry, or any finding of the contempt. If the debtor engages in any further disruptive conduct, direct the creditor to file an affidavit of attorney's fees and cost within 14 days of the date of the court's order. Permit the debtor to respond within 7 days, therefore after. Schedule a hearing on the amount of attorney's fees and costs if the parties are unable to reach an agreement after conferring in good faith, and grant such order further relief as this court demands just and proper. Successfully submitted by Randy. Certificate of service, so we don't get in trouble. And that's it. Oh, come on. There we go. So how Randy wrote this out, punishment will be coming for OP, no matter what. Yeah, Paula, I've got it. I do have this stream set to redirect to Tug tonight. You guys will be redirected to Tug once I end. And before I end, I will play the song one more time. No clue, Paula. The way it seems, they all dropped out, and it's just Jeremy's the only creditor now. You're welcome, Tressa. Check my Rumble, see if there's any Rumble rants. Nope, nothing on Rumble. All right. Not exactly, Shauna. They can't just jail her for not paying the fees. There's other things that have to happen. Thank you, Dina. I try my best. Old school. Hey, how are you? I didn't see you sneak in. I want to thank everyone, though, today. This is great numbers. I appreciate you all coming out today and hopping on the live stream today. I haven't had this high of a number count in a while. Thank you guys. My streams will never be on the same time, at the same time all the time. I never know when I'm going to go live, really, but it'll always be when there's not a Jeremy video going on or Tug and Megan is live. It'll always be either late afternoon or late evening before Tug Hop goes live. You too, Anthony. Thank you. I don't know if I'll be live tomorrow, depending if we get any documents tomorrow. I might take tomorrow off just because I've had a crazy weekend and things have just been crazy lately. Yeah, exactly, Paula. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Liz. You too. You too. I'm curious. I bought some little pool floaty bowls. I'm curious what would happen if I put one in the big tank if the fish would play with it. You guys want to see if they will? One of these little balls that you throw in a swimming pool. You guys want to see if the fish will play with it? Oh, it's okay, Tracy. We had a great live. Let's see if the fish will play with this. Yeah, guys, I've tried all that type of stuff. Let me talk more about the AC thing. So people can understand. There's people that seem to don't understand that my apartment complex does not provide air conditioners anymore. They used to sell them years ago and they stopped. You used to have to pay so much money every month until it was paid for and bought. Now they don't do that anymore. And I live on a fifth floor, so putting a bucket of water behind a fan is not a good thing because if it starts leak, that water ice melts in the water and then it starts getting all over the place. It could leak into another apartment. So I actually have to provide my own air conditioner, sadly. And even though this is a place for low income people. Thank you, old school, yes. So I wanted to explain that to you guys because some people don't seem to realize that. Are they really? Hang on. It's a little darker because of the light, but oh yeah, they are. They're pushing it around. I'm gonna have to get some small ping pong balls. Tony, yes. It's possible they could be having her in contempt soon for that stuff. We don't know yet. Because everything just happened today. The judge has to decide what's going to happen now. Hello, Scooby. Yes. Fifth floor. On top floor of where I live. Hit the fifth floor and it gets hot. Plus, they don't have proper air conditioning in the hallway. That hallway is hot, which makes it worse for my apartment. Not the hallway not being cooled off. Yeah, she owes all sorts of courts right now and owes Jeremy quite a bit of money. We've got about 4 minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and end this, guys, so you guys can have a few minutes to get a drink in that before Tug goes live. Oh, I got a feeling Jill is coming for her real soon. Just don't know when yet, but it's coming soon. Get the ball, babies. Go get it. Get that ball. Get that ball, mama. Hey, Mary. Yeah, exactly, Tracy. Exactly. She's been warned. So it's going to be interesting to see what the judge does now. Yeah, she is. And it's possible she had an open phone line today. Oh, hang on one sec here. I got some notices. It's possible. Thank you so much. To the two people that donated, thank you so much. Let me update this total. We're currently at $165 out of 550 raised for my air conditioner. We are getting closer and closer. Thank you guys so much for donating. I won't say names just to protect you guys because of the haters. And we most likely do have some watching. Hey, Cynthia. Guys, we're about to actually end this because Tug will be live here in just a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and play the song for you guys and end it once the song is over. Everyone out, thank you for coming on to my live today and joining me. I will see you guys in Tug's chat tonight. Be safe out there. Show some positivity in this world and help somebody in need. Let's get this world a positive place again. Thank you, everyone. Give me 1 second, the song will play.
Yeah. Northern District, Florida. Bankruptcy court. Case 25, 1073, they tryna shut me down, but I'm back for more. Second time around, she still acting a fool. Jeremy Hale's in the building, motion coming through.
That's okay.
She keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Yeah, faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court report a check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Dead in net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear. April 28th notice, May 27th the date. She filed emergency motion 2 days too late. Medical procedure planned months in advance, but waited till the last minute doing the courtroom dance. Court said inexcusable, poor plan and delay. Sanctions awarded and paid by July 9th, no play. First people canceled, protective order denied. Now we back at it, July 7th, 8:30 ride.
8:30 a.m. Jerome Ramsaran in the seat, trying to control his client, but she wildin' on beat. I asked a question, she jumping in mid-flow, won't let me finish, stealing the whole show. Free breaks off, record attorney begging please stop. On record he warning her, she's still going non-stop. Interrupting, wanting, tearing, frustrating the exam. 2 hours 30, I had to say goddamn. Keep interrupting, won't let the question breathe. Talking over counsel, breaking rule 30. Have faith in the room, deposition on pause. 2.5 hours, now we bringing the laws. Compel the resumption, sanctions on deck. Pay the lawyer fees, court report a check. This the second time, pattern so clear. Dead in the net, better disappear or appear and behave, my dear.
Rules by the doom, you impeding the fair exam. 30A suspension, yes ma'am. Bad faith conduct, willful and deliberate. Ignored your own lawyer, now you gotta pay for it. 37 motion to compel, cost shifting time. Attorney fees, transcript, every wasted dime. This ain't the first rodeo, state court saw it too. Patent of obstruction, we coming for you. Court already warned you once, gave you the rope, you hung yourself twice. Now we tighten the scope, direct the reclaiming, let the question finish. Answer was asked, no extra nonsense. Further sanctions possible, monetary preclusion, contempt. Keep playing games, watch your case get bent. But yeah. Compel the resumption under proper conditions. Or figure out or judicial decisions. Randall, Shoshay, and Levine dropping this motion. July 7th filed, no more emotion. Dare to better show up, sit down, shut up and speak. Or next deposition, gon' be in front of the judge for weeks. Wherefore, we request the court to grant all the relief above. Now drop the beat and slam.
Bye, everyone. I'll see you in Tug's chat.